Hey guys, I just got back from seeing Titanic in 3D, and it's kind of an odd situation. I mean, Titanic is an awesome movie, and I love it, but at the same time, it's a little weird why they're releasing it. They're releasing this movie for the 100th anniversary of the Titanic sinking because, it's gonna, I think in a couple weeks, it's gonna be the 100-year anniversary. But at the same time, yes, let's commemorate this great tragedy by seeing this epic romance in 3D. I don't know, it's just kind of silly, but I jumped at the chance to see Titanic in 3D because, like everyone else in the late 90s, I was obsessed. I loved Leonardo DiCaprio. It was really creepy. I had posters all over my room. I even wrote a letter to him telling him that like nothing could stop my love, not even the president. Yeah, I think my mom still has that. It's pretty embarrassing. I was 10 years old when this movie came out and big fan. I think Titanic gets a lot of flack because people really just focus on the romance aspect of it and think, oh, it's cheesy, it's stupid, she'll never let go, but she does, ha ha ha. But in my opinion, I think Titanic is an incredibly well done movie. It's one of the last movies, of modern day that really had so much work done with the sets, and everything was so good in terms of, how the ship was built, how they used that footage of the Titanic that, James Cameron went down and filmed. I mean, everything. It was really well done, and the acting is incredible. I mean, say all you want about Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's a fantastic actor. And Kate Winslet is just, she's my favorite actress of modern day, hands down. She's great. Billy Zane plays the most evil character I've ever come across. I hate Cal so much. And, oh, what's her face? Kathy Bates did a great Molly Brown. I just really like this movie as a whole. But seeing this again in theaters really brought me back in time because, funny thing, the theater we went to tonight was the same theater that I went and saw Titanic when I was 10 years old. I saw Titanic in theaters 1.5 times in the late 90s. The first time I went with my father, and once the ship started going down and things got kind of freaky, I think it was around the part where, oh gosh, I think when they were like, she had just freed him with the axe and they were like trying to get through all the gates that were, flooding up with water. I got really freaked out. I got really scared, and my dad let me come home. We left in the middle of the movie. I was so traumatized and freaked out. But then it was so nice of him because I think a little bit later, I don't remember quite when, we went and saw the whole movie and I sat through it and I got through it. So kudos to my dad for dealing with that because it's, that was kind of dumb of me, but I was a young kid when I saw that. Definitely probably too young to see Titanic, but I had to do it for Leo. And, I feel like in the late 90s, everyone was kind of obsessed with Titanic just because the movie was out, and it's such a tragedy. I mean, the difference from seeing it then versus now is huge because, back when I was a kid, I really just focused on Jack and Rose and the romance. Now I see kind of the greater tragedy in this. You see all those people that died, and so many more could have lived if, certain things were done differently, such as all the lifeboats and people not going back for survivors and all this stuff. It's just a terrible, terrible tragedy, and you see that a lot more in the movie when you're older. So it was a really good time. I went with Jeremy, and we kind of had this ongoing argument with Titanic. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it, turn it off if you haven't. But at the end, after Rose drops the heart of the ocean into the ocean, she goes to sleep and then has this visitation back to Titanic where she sees Jack. In my opinion, she dies. She dies in her warm bed. In her afterlife, she goes to see Jack, and oh yay, they're together in the afterlife. The end, she's dead. Jeremy thinks differently. Can I put you on camera? Okay. That's Jeremy. Say hi.
Hello.
So tell us what you think happened to Rose, honey.
It was just a dream. That's all. She has spent the last 3 hours reminiscing about the most traumatic experience of her life. So naturally, she's going to dream about it.
Here's my argument on this. She just got done talking about all this, and it said there's a few kind of key moments that kind of, trigger the fact that she died. First of all, when she's on that little, like, thing with Jack, you're so vain. When she's on that thing with Jack, like, trying not to die, he tells her, you're gonna die an old lady in your warm bed.
your warm bed. Where is she that night? She's on that boat with the submarine people. That's not her bed.
I think she died.
That's
but
not her bed.
I don't know.
What's the first line? What's the first line in My Heart Will Go On?
Every night in my dreams.
Oh,
But I don't think that makes...
Feel you.
That's just a dumb Celine Dion song they made for the movie.
Okay.
Anyway, we looked it up, and it said that James Cameron left it open for the viewers to decide. And I personally think she's dead because she let out all of her demons. She had never talked about Jack Dawson before that, and she finally let go of the heart of the ocean. It's resting. She doesn't have to hold on to that anymore, so she was able to die peacefully in her sleep. But some people don't.
She's gonna go to bed. I'm gonna die tonight.
Yeah, she's like 100. It's really old, but oh well, that's kind of my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Titanic just opened today in theaters, and you know, for those of you who might have been too young to see it when it was out, or you know, God forbid you weren't even born. Oh my God, you should definitely go see it because you know, despite all the cheesy flack it gets, it really is a well done movie, and you know, one of the few epic romances that are really out there. I mean, it really kind of stood the test of time, made a lot of money, one of the biggest grossing movies ever, and it's just a really good movie. So I will talk to all you beautiful people later. Bye. Say bye, Jeremy.
Goodbye.